The title of Faith Filled Friday today is Stretch Yourself. The reason why I titled it that is because it is important to not just stretch physically, but to stretch yourself spiritually. But when we stretch ourselves physically, what happens is our muscles become more adaptable and flexible, giving us a higher range of motion. It also allows our muscles to be strong and be able to be less likely to get injured. It also allows our posture to be strong, gives us good posture. So I began to think about how if we stretch ourselves spiritually, then what it will do is give us a greater posture in God. If we stretch ourselves spiritually, it will allow us to be more adaptable and flexible to what life throws us and give us a greater range of motion to reach things and opportunities that only God could take us to. And when we stretch ourselves spiritually, it makes us stronger in our faith. It makes us stronger in God. And it allows us to be less likely to get injured by the blows that the enemy tries to throw in our direction. So I'm here to encourage you on this Faith Filled Friday to stretch yourself. The reason why I tell you that is because in Mark chapter 3, around verse 5, there was a crippled man whose hand was messed up, and Jesus, in front of the Pharisees on Sabbath, told him to stretch thine hand. And that man stretched his hand out, and he was healed. But I thought about the faith that it took for that man who had this hand that was crippled to stretch it. He had to believe it first before he actually did it and put it in motion. So what you have to do is you have to believe in stretching yourself. So you have to understand the importance of taking the time to build your faith stronger in God, to stretch your spirit to new places. What does stretching yourself look like for you? It's different for everybody. Do you need to stretch yourself and read more of His Word? Do you need to stretch yourself and pray more throughout the week and dive deeper in your time with Him? Do you need to stretch yourself and listen to more worship and praise and understand worship? Do you need to stretch yourself in just connecting more with Him? Do you need to stretch yourself in listening to more word and listening to more sermons and just wrapping yourself and surrounding yourself with spiritual things so that you can build up your spiritual life and reach higher and have a greater range of motion spiritually and be more adaptable and flexible in your spirit life and be able to have that spiritual posture that God desires for you? Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself further than you could ever do. Because what happens is we get so into the same things that we do, and we allow ourselves to get content with that. But I'm here to say, don't be content any longer, because only what you do for Christ will last. That's a famous line that my mother always has told us. So I'm here to tell you that's true. That when you take the time to spiritually go beyond what your comfort level is and spiritually enhance yourself and stretch yourself to a level, He will take you places spiritually you've never been. He will open your eyes to see things you've never seen. And it's the best because it benefits your spirit, your eternal spirit that has a home in heaven waiting. Stretch yourself. I hope you were blessed by this message, and I will see you next week.